Welcome to my stock photo of a den. Let's talk about interactivity in board games. I love when board games are highly interactive. When a game just has everybody huddled just over their own stuff and then at some point you compare scores, that just doesn't appeal. But that doesn't mean I want every competitive game to be all about backstabbing and stealing and destruction. I've come to really appreciate those mechanisms in games that involve positive interaction. I've collected a list of quite a few such ways that players can interact with each other in ways that are positive in one way or another. Let's talk about how games can encourage people to boost each other up without being cooperative games, both as a toolbox for game designers and a way to find games that you, as a player, might enjoy. And I'll demonstrate with cookies.
Okay guys, I just finished these. Don't touch them. I'll be right back.
What's wrong with these?
Wait a minute, guys. We're in the car. I think I know what happened.
The first style, Trickle Down. When you get or do something, other people get or do something related. I made a whole batch of cookies, and so everyone else got to enjoy a cookie too. Role following, as seen in Puerto Rico and Race for the Galaxy, is one notable version of this. When you choose to be the captain in Puerto Rico, everyone gets to send their goods off on the boats. You, as the captain, get an advantage, more points, and first dibs on where to place your goods, but everyone could profit. Or in Race for the Galaxy, when you choose Consume Trade, everyone gets to use their consume powers, and you get to additionally use your trade powers. These role actions are essentially the entire flow of the game. They can be chosen destructively, picking a role at a time where you'll benefit but others won't, or maybe even lose resources. But in the general sense, they benefit everyone. Tiny Epic Galaxies has a follow token that lets players choose when this happens, rather than being a constant occurrence. This lets people wait for the right time to pounce. In Innovation, many card effects, or dogmas, can be executed by all players that have at least as many symbols of a certain type showing in their tableau. When someone uses a cooperative dogma, the player who initiated it gets a bonus card draw as well. For a resource version of this, you can look at Tiny Towns, where the active player determines which resource all players get. This decision could end up sticking others in a bad situation, but on the whole, these resources are the foundational building blocks of everything. And you can't just ignore something sent to you. Lanterns, similarly, gives everyone at least one colored lantern every turn that's used for set collection, based on which edge of the new tile is facing you. These often have a direct feel-good quality to them, as players are constantly getting good things without having to work for them. And on the flip side, they often come with opportunities for clever play, where you can either choose actions that don't materially help others, or even stick others with stuff they don't want.
Okay, and the oven is purchased.
Oh, wonderful. Can I make stuff with it?
You know what? Yes, as long as I get a little bit of whatever you make.
Perfect. I just found the best recipe. Olive and liver loaf with a side of anchovies.
The second style, Shared Building. You can create temporary or permanent methods of helping yourself and others. I installed a new oven in the house, and now everyone can use it, with me getting a cut of the treats. In some tableau-based games, like Everdell and Le Havre, certain constructions will be visitable by other players, letting them pay you for the privilege of using an extra action space. This is sort of two levels of positive interaction. One for giving others the extra action option, and another for actually paying the use of the space. In certain delivery-based games like Isle of Trains and Panamax, you can load cargo on vessels built by others for a price. In Atlantis, each player can build one bridge that allows free passage to all players for the rest of the game. Timing that to be maximally useful to yourself while minimally helpful to others is a key decision point. In a less lasting sense, The Climbers involves building up steps in a 3D structure, and some of the steps can allow all players to use them, making it so other players will follow in your footsteps. In Blue Moon City, the city's grid of buildings don't belong to anybody, and most buildings will be built via the contributions of multiple players over the course of multiple turns. Anyone who contributes to a building at all gets some resources for their effort, and whoever contributes the most gets an extra bonus. If you're trying to go it alone, you're spending a lot more cards to get a small benefit, or none at all. The Scanning in SETI sort of has this too. Bonuses for a scanned sector don't pay out until it's full, so if you're the only one scanning, you're devoting more resources for the same amount of reward. So it benefits multiple people to contribute, rather than one person dominating that. There's a small set of games like Between Two Cities and They Who Were Eight, where your scoring opportunities are actually between yourself and another person, benefiting you both. In Between Two Cities, for example, your score is based on the lower of the two cities you contributed to. These offer the feeling of accomplishment of building something for one player, and the gratefulness of extra options or convenience for another player. Two fuzzy feelings.
Alright, just got back, got all the ingredients. Sugar, flour.
Ooh, I could use those to make a recipe, maybe some cookies.
That would be awesome, and please, before your daughter gets to them, please use these too.
What are you saying about my
Nothing.
olive loaf?
Nothing.
The third style, opportunity expansion. Your actions eventually give other players more or better options. I bought the ingredients for the household, and now other people can use them to make recipes they couldn't before. Think of terraforming Mars. The game actually includes quite a few different angles of positive interaction, which I think contributes to its popularity. But specific to this point, there are various meters measuring Mars's habitability: oxygen, temperature, ocean coverage, and all players are incentivized to increase these over the course of the game. Many technologies have prerequisites that a certain meter has to be at a certain point, like 9% oxygen or higher. And this isn't just controlled by yourself. Everyone is contributing to many cards' playability. Another version of this is in Legacy: The Gears of Time. This game of time-traveling tech trees will see players fighting for the rights to various inventions and discoveries, and people will be relying on the technologies that other people play and manage in order for their more complex ones to happen. In Lewis and Clark, your cards' effects are stronger the more of certain symbols are out in play, including your opponents. Or, put the other way around, the more symbols your characters in play have, the stronger your opponent's new card effects will be. Another explicit way of opening up new action choices is the rondelle. The common form of this mechanism has several options laid out in a circle. Based on where certain pawns are, different actions are available for the next players to go. This method tends to be fairly indirect, and it doesn't always have the immediacy of the other methods of positive interaction. Being able to game the system is trickier, but potentially more rewarding. Some of the interaction will barely feel like interaction at all, especially for newer players, depending on their skill level and their desire for competition. It can instead be a way for the game designer to install a mechanical arc to the game without having to measure number of rounds, or to allow play-to-play tempo variation.
Well, thank you so much for the dog for the anniversary gift.
Isn't she darling?
And I got something just as good for you, too. Happy 15th anniversary.
Thanks.
You'll make some cookies for us, all right? Yeah. Aw. Just as good.
Thank you.
Next, helping you helps me. Rather than other people benefiting from your actions, you benefit from what you do for others. By giving my wife a cookbook, she can make some cookies that I can later eat. Several games include a predator-prey model, like Vampire: The Eternal Struggle, Star Realms, and Life Siphon, where you win by defeating the player to your left. That means you will sometimes save other players from being defeated, healing them, defending for them, in order for you to have a chance for the win yourself later. In Cutthroat Caverns, you can allow someone else to get the points for a kill, even if you could stop them, so that you don't risk the everyone loses scenario of all players being killed. This is the case for many semi-co-ops, in fact, diverting resources away from your personal victory toward ensuring survival. In a stock market game, where multiple people own shares of some company, you can increase the company's value in a way that helps both you and the other players. Consider hidden team games like Battlestar Galactica or The Resistance. As a member of the bad guys team, you can help missions succeed, which explicitly helps the other side, but you gain a soft benefit of trust, or at least delaying suspicion. In a somewhat similar way, many of the moves you make in Heimlich & Company will be benefiting some unknown other player in order to avoid people figuring out your own identity. In Pictomania, when you guess someone else's word, you score points for the correct guess, and they avoid the same number of negative points. I would include all trading in here, from Bonanza to Catan to hundreds of others. Any negotiation too. And I'd also put explicit alliances as found in Dune. That's a huge umbrella for sure, and less in vogue for the Euro crowd, but it very much qualifies. This is sort of similar to the first category, but with the emphasis on helping others first. It can feel more generous, whether it actually is or not. In fact, this can be even more duplicitous and sneaky despite that. Fifth and finally, shared learning. As one person learns or reveals new information, all players learn it. As I learn new recipes, the rest of the family does too. Rather than giving concrete mechanical resources or options, players can learn from new information gathered throughout the game. For instance, a turn in Camel Up may involve moving a camel. The player moving the camel gets a small reward, but all players learn which camels are now more likely to win or lose. In Zendo, information is everything, as a player's goal is to be the one to deduce a building rule. Every time someone proposes a new structure to see if it conforms to the rule, everyone learns more about the parameters of the rule. In Battlestar Galactica again, you can reveal your Cylon allegiance for a mechanical bonus. Doing so also potentially gives a massive amount of knowledge to the human team, helping them decide how to allocate their resources and actions. In many games where a shared deck has a known quantity of different cards, such as Battle Line, seeing some cards used up means they won't show up again. In games where knowledge is power, controlling the flow of information is a great method of interaction. designers would do well to find more ways to let players interact positively, even in a competitive game. Whether it allows sneakily effective plays, gives everyone good vibes, or offers extra ways to feel accomplished, it's a welcome break from just constantly beating people down. I want to know, what are your favorite ways to have players interact in a positive rather than negative way? Are there any big categories I overlooked? Sound off below. Until then, thanks for visiting.
You like your bow? Okay, I'll get this off of you.
Should I stop it?
Yeah.